Okay, I am recording right now. Everything's gonna go. We've never done that.
That's okay. That makes me feel better because I'm nervous. So it's like, all right, breaks the ice a little bit.
All right, well, we got one thing down. Let's try it again.
My name's Coop, and we're at Cheba Hut, Johnston. We are filming with the Poor People podcast today. I'm gonna make a buzzed bong water for you guys. So we start with 2 ounces of our Sailor Jerry here, our blue curacao, little lemon juice, blue raspberry Kool-Aid here, good healthy shake, Sprite on top, and a lemon garnish. That is our buzzed bong water.
All right. I'm ready. Welcome to Poor People After Hours.
No.
Just kidding. Oh, I don't know what I was doing. Sorry, I was trying to figure out this mic thing.
It's still the normal
Is
hours.
it good? Welcome to Poor People.
Welcome to Poor People.
It sounds like shit.
Yeah, mine sounds interesting. I think it's just because of the wind, though.
That's okay. We'll get it figured out.
Anyways, we are here at Cheba Hut with Coop.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. And I'm Jaydn.
Oh, okay.
I'm Anna.
I'm Haley.
And we are the Poor People. We got to figure this shit out at some point,
this
dude.
is.
Our intro.
What episode number is this?
This is like
56.
Doesn't seem like it.
3? What?
maybe
4.
that's
4.
Yeah,
maybe
4.
that's just
4.
how our intro is. It's just we never actually
we're
know
just-
how to do our intro.
No,
And
that's-
We are
That's
simply
okay.
poor people. Thank
Yeah.
you for being here, Coop.
It's okay. We're
You're
doing it.
witnessing the chaos.
Yes. So I've eaten 4 of your Rice Krispy treats in there, and I'm not feeling anything, dude.
They're not laced, so
Well, I didn't think they were
What the
laced. I
fuck?
thought I was buying with THC in it, is what I thought.
we actually don't have any THC in any of our products.
Okay.
We never will. We want it to be a family-oriented restaurant, even though we are marijuana themed. We always want people to feel comfortable bringing their kids in and knowing that their kids are not going to leave high. They might
Yeah.
leave happy, but not high.
Okay.
They're high on happiness.
Right?
So does that happen a lot that people mistaken that this place has like CBD or THC because of the theme of the actual restaurant itself?
It does. We're really starting to fight that stigma. A lot
Okay.
of people are getting here and knowing, okay, actually it's just weed themed, but there's nothing in there. We don't offer any THC drinks or Delta drinks.
Okay.
We do offer terpene drinks, but those will not get you high.
Okay.
But yeah, we run into that a little bit.
What's
But
a terpene
Yeah.
drink?
I was
so
gonna say.
terpenes are naturally occurring hydrocarbons,
Okay.
and I tell people that marijuana is the vehicle and terpenes are the driver. So the terpenes are what kind of controls your high and give you the different effects from smoking, but the vehicle to get it to you is just through the marijuana. So we offer a drink called Mood Brew.
Okay.
We offer 4 of their different brews. We've got the Elevate, the Creative, the Uplift, and the Euphoria effects.
Okay.
So if you are a cannabis consumer on your own time, they pair really well. If you're not and you just want to have a nice little zero alcohol contact, it's great for that. So
Okay, cool.
Do you think like majority of like your demographic, like people that walk in here are like stoners?
I think that's really hard to judge.
Right,
We
right.
see people of all ages, demographics, the whole 9 yards. And I lived in Colorado, so I know going to the dispensary, you never know what kind of person's going to walk in there. So I can't necessarily say. Yes,
Right.
it's a bunch of stoners that come in. We
Right.
definitely get stoners that come in that enjoy our food. It's fantastic after a smoke session,
Right.
but we help them with the munchies and the cotton mouth cures after the fact.
Yeah.
So
Oh, of course.
yes.
Well, no, the only reason I even wanted to bring that up is because the first time I ever heard of Cheba Hut, the way it was described to me made it sound like it was like an edible food, like you would get edible THC with your sandwich or something like that. But obviously it's not, and your sandwiches are killer, I will say.
Yes.
But also, like, you guys, you mentioned you were like fighting the stigma of like this place having THC at all, like consuming it at all. But like with everything being like weed, like marijuana
Themed.
yeah, that's like branded or like themed that way. Is it like harder to do that? Because I feel like did Cheba Hut start? Like where did it start?
So Cheba Hut originated in Tempe, Arizona in 1998. Scott Jennings really wanted to be able to provide dank subs and good vibes to people and also say F the man. So this was his way of doing that.
Gotcha.
And we're just helping break the stigma, you know. Bunch of stoners, we come to work and we work hard and we play hard and we have fun and we're not just zoned out in the back like too high to work. We come here, we are sober when we're here, and we like to have fun and provide a good time for everybody. We like the vibes.
Yeah.
I've always been a very big advocate of like some people can handle it and some people can't, you know, so it's like to each their own, but it's definitely like on a different level for like smoking weed anyways. But I've definitely been a very big advocate for that. But obviously that's not here, the kid
Right.
here. But yeah, anyways, I just love smoking weed, so I just kind of figure out
That's okay.
So for our new listener, like any of our new listeners and anyone that's going to be coming here, how would you describe Cheba Hut for them to want to welcome them in here?
So we are a toasted sub. We do all of our ingredients fresh, everything from our jalapeno cream cheese. We start with the plain cream cheese and we do the jalapenos ourselves. All of our
Yum.
sauces are made fresh in-house. We slice our own meat. It's top-notch subs. So it's not a quick run-of-the-mill fast food sub place. It's going to take a little bit longer for your sub. Probably about 10 minutes to get your food, but you're going to get top quality for that. So.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
And what are your hours here?
So we open at 10 a.m. and most of the week we are open till 10 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays are the exception to that. We are open till 11 on
Nice.
Fridays and Saturdays. So
And does the bar open at 10 a.m.?
yes.
Nice.
Yep. 10
Hell
a.m.
yeah.
I start serving drinks. I got tons of Blazing Marys, gin and juice, mimosas, buzzed bong waters, all kinds of drinks. So we also offer a lot of mocktails. So if alcohol is not your thing, we have some fun drinks for you as well.
Cool.
Do all of the Cheba Huts have bars?
They do not. Most of them at this point are starting to opt for a bar, but it is up to the franchise owner. Some of them are subs only. Some of them are beer and wine only. And then some of them are full bar like our establishment.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
do you like that though? Knowing that you can work at a Cheba Hut and it's kind of like, toasted sandwiches and things like that. And I hate to say it's like a Subway, but it's not like a Subway, but
Right.
it's like you're not used to seeing a sub place have a bar in it. So does that always attract more people to come in as well?
It does. We
Okay.
definitely have like an advantage. I feel like people walk in and they're very surprised that we have a bar, and people love having a PBR with, their Apollo 13 or their White Widow. So people walk in, they see it, and they get really excited that we have a bar as well. So it sets us apart from other sub shops.
It is pretty cool. I didn't realize that any Cheba Huts had, because I knew it was a sandwich shop, but I didn't realize that any of them had bars at all,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
And it's
So-
not advertised online too much that we have
Right.
the bar. Little blurb.
But it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Like you can come in,
It's a nice little surprise. It's like an extra dessert instead of like having a cookie or whatever. You can have a beer with your sandwich. It's a very uncommon thing to have at a sandwich shop.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is very nice. And it also gives you guys opportunities as well to use your bartender experience and become a bartender here.
Yes.
So how did you find that they were hiring for bartenders here?
So, like I said, I lived in Colorado. I
Yep.
lived in Colorado Springs. So I actually was a regular there's 3 locations of
Okay.
Cheba Hut just in Colorado Springs. I was a regular at 2 of the locations.
Okay.
And I knew that they had bars in them from being there so frequently. So when they came to Iowa, I was working at another bar. The hours here were perfect for what I needed for my family. So put in an application and got hired. I have plenty of experience, so it was pretty easy for me. And it's been a pretty seamless transition. So
Okay, can you tell us more about your experience and where you like? You don't have to tell us where you worked, but like, what have you all done to get here?
Yeah, so I am in my mid 30s. I have been in the restaurant industry since I was 14.
Yes.
So this is my life. I've got to be, I was gonna say, I think this is my 8th year bartending, 8 or 9.
Okay.
So
Wow.
yeah, I've been doing it for a while. Worked at a couple places around Des Moines and even in Colorado. I was bartending out there. I have a degree in construction management and I don't use it. I love bartending. I love the freedom it gives me. I love the hours, the people. So this is where I've been.
Okay. Do you think you'll go back into construction?
No.
At all? No.
No, for personal stuff here and there, I might fix up my house a little bit, but things like that. But the bartending's too hard to get away from.
Yeah, I feel that, and it's not hard work either.
You
I mean,
know.
it is hard work, but it's not as hard as construction as you would be able to compare that. So
I tell people 90% of bartending is personality, 10% is technical.
that brings me to the 5 P's of bartending. Do you know what they are?
I do not.
I just learned them today.
Jaydn, do you know them? I want to know because
The
Anna, I
5
got here and Anna was like,
Ps?
"Do you know?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "I've never heard of that."
No, I know the 12 steps of service.
So I don't know the 12 steps of service, but I know
that's the important one.
Okay, all right. Well, it's the 5 P's of bartending because I was like looking this up today about having good topics to talk about, and you said something about
Pint?
personality. No.
Personality, PBR.
So it's precision, passion, presentation, personality, and professionalism. And I think we all have those characteristics, but it's just like those are the 5 things that people state for bartending. And it does. We do have to have a personality to want to have people want to come back and see us and talk to us and things like that. And that's how we build regulars. So I really like the personality part of it all. Now, when it comes to
Yeah, there's 4 other P's though.
yeah, I know, but like I think
You have to have all
She just
5,
has a favorite
right?
P.
I just like my favorite P and its personality only because like presentation.
Your favorite P should
Meh.
be poor people, the PP.
Get out of here. Do you think presentation would be any of us? We work
Yeah,
at a
I definitely say presentation a lot. Like I try to, especially even if I'm like bartending or getting beers or whatever, I always try to like make sure it's like very nice looking.
Yeah.
Or like,
You do
I
eat
don't
with
really
your
think-
eyes first.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or if it's like just even the way the drink looks too, just like the color of it.
I'm sorry, I
So-
just fell asleep.
Fuck off, dude. Get fucked. Okay. All right, whatever, dude. You can take my 6th P and get the fuck out of here.
I love you so much.
My middle finger.
All right, Jaydn, well, you're just the best bartender. I don't give
No.
a fuck how the drink looks.
Actually, to be fair, this weekend, twice from 2 separate people,
Okay.
I had 2 separate people tell me that I was the best bartender ever.
Really?
Really?
Because
Never
actually-
happened in my life
I had
before.
3 people tell me that.
Oh,
on Friday.
yeah?
Your mom doesn't count.
My mom was there. My mom was
Yes.
there, but she did not say that.
Yes.
She
yeah, that
did
was
not
perfect.
say
That was perfect. Your
Holy
action
shit.
figure literally says worst bartender.
I know, but that
Worst
doesn't.
server,
That
sorry.
doesn't. It's just part of the. That's my thing. That's what I say because it's ironic.
Okay.
Nobody,
Speaking of you working this weekend,
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to ask to bring it up, and we can cut this, but you were covering a shift, yeah?
yes.
And then they asked for their shift back, and you said no.
I said absolutely not because first of all, I had agreed to take that shift like weeks in
Yeah,
advance.
at least a month.
At least a month in advance, and then the day before she messaged me
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'll take it back," and I was like, "No."
I know, she said she was going to ask, and I was like, You can
I
ask,
appreciate
but-
her asking, but I was absolutely not. I work the fucking 2 shittiest shifts of all of
I know,
the week.
and I saw snaps from that night. Saturday
Dude,
night was insane.
I fucking
Insane.
killed it.
Oh, I'm
not,
sure.
I'm not gonna lie,
I'm
dude.
sure.
I fucking
I'm sure you
killed
made
it.
a shit ton of money.
I did very well
Yeah.
that night. I will say.
Nice, good for you. I'm like, I
And-
bet Jaden's so fucking happy.
Dude,
he's
I
working tonight.
was, and I needed it too because
and
I'm,
she's pissed.
yeah. Well, it's not mine. Well,
Yeah.
it's not mine.
Should work the shift.
But
Yeah.
that was one thing too. Have you ever had this didn't happen in that situation, but have you ever had somebody where like you cover a shift and then they decide that they want it back and then they're like, "Oh, I'm taking my shift back. You don't have to work
That's
now."
not how that works.
That's not
No,
how that
once you've
works. But
picked
have
it
you
up,
ever
you've picked
had
it up.
that?
Um,
Or they're like, or in the opposite where it's like you they pick up your shift and then don't work it because they're like, "Oh, well, it's not my shift. I don't want to work it anymore."
I've definitely had that happen.
There's like
That-
the 2
yeah.
scenarios for that.
yep, that. And then like,
That shit drives me up a fucking wall. I will say.
I don't normally give up my shifts. I like to switch shifts. And
Yeah,
it's
same.
like, I don't like to have my shift covered unless we can switch it. And like, I've had some people go, "Oh no, I'll just cover it." I'm like, no. I want to switch
Right.
the shift. I don't want it covered. I want to switch you a shift.
Yeah.
So
If
mine
I'm like
is
really
more,
down bad, I'll do that where I'm like, "Yeah, just take it," and I'll just like, whatever,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean, I've actually paid people to work my shifts.
Same.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, hey, I'll give you $50 if you can
Yeah.
work my shift,
Like,
please.
it's probably not going to be a great shift, but I really need to take it.
yeah.
For my mental health and
Yeah.
everybody else's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need it today.
Yeah. So I can, along those lines that way. But no, I've never had anyone be like, I want my shift back. And I'm
Well,
like,
no,
"Nah."
not. It's not. It's. I'm talking more about the scenario where they're not asking. They're like demanding.
Oh, they're telling
They're
you,
like,
and
hey,
you have no
you don't
option."
have to come into work today. I'm taking my shift back, and like they say that, and that's not what happened in my
Yeah.
situation. She was asking
Yeah.
genuinely. But I was like, but I've had that happen to me before too, and I was like, the fuck you are, like,
Yeah, no.
you know, like, and yeah, so I don't know, that shit drives me up a wall, but I feel like that does happen a lot,
It does, yeah.
and same thing with the opposite of it too, where they'll pick up a shift and then be like, oh, I can't work it anymore. Well, it's like now you have to find a cover. It
Yeah.
doesn't go back to the person that you covered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
I don't know.
Do you
That
have,
is just-
you don't really have to have like any crazy shifts picked up here. Do you get busy here?
We definitely get busy. Lunch
What
is
a way to ask that question. Sorry. Sorry.
No, you're right.
She said it's like consistent.
No,
but,
Not like, yeah, but
yes.
like not like how we would get busy at like the bar or anything like that, because
Yeah.
like they're steady 24/7. But do you get busy like on a Saturday night, and do you
Oh,
have
for
people come
sure.
in here and be like, hey, there's a bar, can you guys just close at 2 a.m.?
So people don't ever ask us to stay open
Okay.
late, which is awesome.
Okay.
I'll be 100% honest. We have fantastic customers here.
Perfect.
So they are super understanding. We've never had like a major issue with any of our customers here at Cheba. We're really lucky. We are in our first 4 months.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm potentially down the road. Who knows? There could be an upset customer, but we have not had any of that yet.
Good. Nice.
Which has been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
We have bar staff. We have great bar staff. So it's pretty unlikely that somebody hasn't already communicated with me for their schedule. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I need this off. Those are really one-offs for us, which is nice.
Okay.
I've definitely dealt with that a lot in the past at other jobs.
Yeah.
And so it's really easy not having to deal with that here.
If someone wanted to work later, can you work later here for like the bar? Like have no food, but have the bar be open? Just be open?
It would be something that like the owner and the GM would discuss.
Okay.
But it's not something that any of my bartenders will be like, oh, well,
Yeah.
there's people here. We're going to stay open till 1 o'clock today. So,
Okay. Okay.
yep, our hours are pretty set.
Okay. That's nice. See, we're open literally 365 days a year, and we're open when we open at 3. Oh, sorry. Our hours
We're
change.
open when we're open. Figure it out.
It's noon. It's noon to 2, and we're like 365 days a year. That's what
Yeah.
it is, and we can't close early. But it's also beneficial though,
What
because
if there's a fire?
yeah, obviously, like if something like an emergency, yeah. But I'm more like along the lines of everywhere else gets to close early. But we don't ever close early, and that benefits us a lot because we get those people that come in because other
Well,
bars are closed.
Yep, and people know, like, okay, they're never going to close early, so it's consistent. They
Yeah.
know that they can always go there and get a drink
Yep.
every time.
Yep.
We don't close early unless it's like a company meeting or
Yeah.
anything like that. But other than that, we don't close early because there's nobody here or anything like that. We stay open our hours.
Okay,
So,
good. That's awesome.
Yes.
And okay, Cheba Hut is a chain, right?
Correct. It is a franchise.
You said this has been here 4 months?
Yes, we just
Wow.
opened December 9th.
Wow. I've definitely
Yes.
ordered DoorDash from here.
Yep,
But it felt like way longer than 4 months ago.
It's been a whirlwind. It seems
Yeah.
longer than it has been, but it's going good.
No
Yeah.
So then how, like, if I can ask, do you know, like, roughly how many stores there are in the country?
There's currently 76
Oh, okay.
with plans of many more. So
Okay, cool.
I know Nebraska is about to get a location. Our owner is going to open up a couple more locations in Iowa as well.
Is this the only one in Iowa?
Correct.
Then
Yep.
you heard it here first, folks.
Yep.
Only one here in Iowa.
Only one here in Iowa.
And it's actually just right off the interstate too, which is
Yes.
also really convenient.
It's super close to everything, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize that this was back here, honestly.
And people are traveling to come see us. I've had people from Marshalltown. We had a couple gals from Kansas City the other
Holy
day
cow.
that came up just because
yeah.
they wanted Cheba Hut and we were the closest one. So
Oh,
they drove
cool.
all the way
Oh,
here
yeah.
just for some Cheba.
That's awesome.
Oh, so do they go to Colorado a lot? Like, how did they know about Cheba Hut?
I'm not sure. They must have traveled.
Okay.
There's locations a little bit of everywhere. There's Florida, Georgia, Washington State, Colorado, Arizona, Wisconsin has several locations.
All
Okay.
states with legal weed, by the way. Iowa.
We have a really cool owner who believes in the brand.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we might not be a weed legal state, but
Right.
we have an awesome owner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. So I've noticed, and like, if you can talk about it, if that's okay, but like, I've noticed that there is kind of like, you make it very clear that it's not weed like related.
Yes.
But as like a company, like being in a lot of like weed legal states, obviously like I can understand why people would get the like mistake and like think of that, but like here in Iowa, it's not legal here in Iowa, so like people will see this place, I think, more often than not in other states where it is legal as just a restaurant.
And-
you know.
Yep. And so in states like Colorado and Arizona, where our locations are that are weed legal states, all of the sales of weed have to go through dispensaries.
You're right.
So they aren't able to offer
Right.
marijuana products at their stores either. So it's like
Okay.
a company-wide thing. We just all do the same thing.
Right.
So
Oh,
that way it's
okay,
fair
cool.
across the board. Yep.
So like they don't have any sort of THC or CBD or
Right.
any Delta
Yeah.
9, nothing.
No. Delta 9 only exists in states that don't have legal marijuana.
Right.
Like
Okay.
if you go to Colorado, they don't
have
have
it.
Delta 9. Like
Okay.
Yeah, because they got that real shit,
Yes.
dog.
Yes.
Okay, so then with like a kind of a follow-up question with that, does the company Cheba Hut try to like advocate for like marijuana reform, or is it
Yes.
like okay?
Yep. So we just did a fundraiser in January
on, yeah,
for
sorry.
no, you're good, for the Last Prisoner Project. So with all of
Okay.
our sales of our subs, $1, I believe it was $1 from each sub went to the Last Prisoner Project,
Wow.
which is a project that works to help prisoners with nonviolent drug crimes be released from prison or help them with their commissary or their legal fees, things like that. So as a company, we do a lot of things like that to help those with marijuana charges.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is super cool. Well, that's what I was curious, is like, you obviously have made it very clear that it's like you don't sell weed.
Correct.
So we'll like definitely, you know.
We're not the plug.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm picturing like
You're the
cops just
sandwich
like
plug.
lingering around and like
Yeah.
taking a stroll through the place.
Oh,
Does that
have you
ever
ever
happen?
had that?
We have not had that, but we get a lot of law enforcement as customers. So
Yeah.
you will see people in here. We
Huh.
get a lot of military people.
Interesting.
Yep. So you'll see cops in here. You'll see fire department. You'll see lots of guys in the military. We're close to Camp Dodge, so we get a lot of those men and women from there. So yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
The first time I was working and I saw law enforcement, and I was like, this is
Yeah.
this is funny.
Convenient.
I was like, we don't have anything.
Yeah. Right.
Just dank subs.
They're
It's
just like
promise.
waiting for you to offer them.
Right.
We have dank subs, not dank chronic.
Oh my
Right.
God.
We do have a sub called Chronic.
Oh yeah.
So
It's fantastic.
So what are all the subs names? Because they're all like named after like
Strains.
Okay.
Yep. So each of the subs is named after a strain of marijuana.
Mm.
We have everything from White Widow, which White Widow and Cali Mist are probably our two most popular subs. The White Widow is the chicken bacon ranch.
Okay.
And then the Cali Mist is our spicy club.
Okay.
We've got the AK-47, which is our French dip. We have the Apollo 13, which is our Greek chicken. That's my personal favorite sandwich. Is
Perfect.
that.
Because it takes you to the moon. Just no
Yeah,
one is
yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Horrible dad joke.
It's a weed joke. It's the same thing with like, there's this weed strain called This Is Permanent. That's not real. No, sorry, I interrupted.
No, you were all good. But yeah, so all of them are different strains of marijuana, which
Okay,
is cool.
So then when people come in and they're like, where's the chronic? And you're like, I've got 12 chronics in the
Right.
back.
I got 12 dank sandwiches right here.
It's really fun to ask people like, okay, what's your favorite strain? And they're like,
you holding?
I like Sensi Kush. I'm like, we have a sub for that.
Oh,
It's our
that's
BLT.
funny. That probably like helps people pick
Yeah.
like what they want.
Yep.
That's
yeah.
so awesome.
Yes, it's pretty
So
nice.
your manager was actually telling me that you guys, as Cheba Hut, sell the most Kool-Aid.
Yes, we are the top purchaser for Kool-Aid in the United States.
Oh,
Cheba
cool.
Hut is a corporation.
Holy
That's
cow.
actually
Yes,
crazy.
we go through.
So that's more than whatever
much.
dumb fucking Texas place that Mike was talking about. He's like, oh, you ever heard of this place? I bet they sell more Kool-Aid.
I don't. We go through a ton
See?
of Kool-Aid a day.
Yeah.
Did
we
you
al-
hear that, Mike? Do you have your headphones on?
We also have a lot of our cocktails have Kool-Aid in them, like our buzzed bong water that I made at the beginning of the episode has the blue raspberry Kool-Aid in it.
Yum.
And a little pro tip for anybody that comes and gets our Kool-Aid, if you do like 90% Kool-Aid, 10% Starry on top, it really pops.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yum.
Yep.
The so with the Kool-Aid, sorry, I had the wind started. Every time the wind blows, I feel like I lose my entire train of thought. We were talking about the Bong Voyage, the drink that you ended up making,
The
for
buzzed
us.
bong water.
Yes, the buzzed bong water. God,
It's the only bong water you will ever want to drink.
That's
yeah,
what we're
that's
saying.
what she was saying.
Yeah, I was like,
She's
bong
like-
water
Like,
does not
ew.
smell good, let alone I wouldn't think it would taste good. But the way that like the cocktail is made, obviously, again, it's named after certain things for this theme of
Right.
this Cheba Hut. But yeah,
Certain
no,
things, just say it.
Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate, and the wind
know,
is
the
like
wind
really.
is super
I'm like super
distracting.
worried about the cameras. They're not gonna
Yeah.
follow.
Oh,
it.
and there goes
shit.
our papers for Tipsy Cub.
I kind of saw it in there, but I didn't get a whole good look at everything. But is there just like a ton of like weed, like movie references and stuff like that? And,
Yes. So all of our, if you go to our front register to order, you get a table tag. All of our table tags are like stoner themed. So we have things from Pineapple Express. We
Oh,
have
nice.
Cheech. We have Towley from South Park. Uncle Rico.
Yeah.
So all kinds of fun things like that.
Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Classic.
They also have Ice Cube on their ice dispenser. I saw that too.
We have
Oh,
a
hell yeah.
we have a picture of Christopher Walken on our walk-in cooler.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
perfect.
There's a sign inside that said "Employees cry here."
Yes, yes.
Wait,
Yes.
we need to get a picture
We
of
need
that.
a picture of that, for
Yes,
sure.
please.
Yes.
That is
Um,
awesome.
So, okay, follow-up question to my previous questions. So make sure you're keeping track of all this.
Okay.
So, as a requirement, do you have to like hit like a pipe or like a bong bowl with a manager in order to get hired here? Do you have to
No.
like smoke a joint with them first and like to get the
No,
job?
it'd be cool if you did, but no. That is not part of our application
okay, good.
process. We don't even ask if you smoke, to be honest. We have several people on staff that are not stoners.
Yeah.
They're completely sober.
Yeah.
Again, it's just breaking the stigma that
Of course.
anybody can have a job and work really, really hard and have fun with their job,
Yeah.
smoking
Well,
or not.
And the whole reason I'm asking these questions is so that
Are you trying to
can
get a
say
job?
that. No. Okay, third question. Do you guys drug test here?
No, we do not.
I'm just kidding. No, but the reason I'm asking those questions is because I want to also help break the stigma. So that's
Yes.
why I'm like giving you the floor to
Yes.
answer those, to be like, yo, smoking weed, first of all, isn't that bad, but that's not what's happening here at all.
I'll be
It's
honest, we
just-
actually prefer you don't come to work
Yeah,
high
I think
because
most
we want
companies
you
don't.
to work.
Yeah.
And you know, so if you come to work and you are stoned, we send you home.
Right.
So
yeah.
it's a
As
fun
any
place,
other
it's
job
a themed
would.
place, but we're also here to work and get stuff done. so.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I'm trying to give you the ball
Here.
to hit, basically. So anyways, okay, that was about all I had. I'm gonna be applying here very shortly.
It is about to be. Well, we're about to open patio up, so
Yeah.
patio season. We're expecting to be crazy.
It actually is really nice out today. It's just very windy, which
Yes.
is making it cold. But
Yep.
this patio is super cool too.
Yeah, we just got a bunch of lawn games too. So we have custom Cheba Hut bags sets.
Oh, cool.
We have tumbling Tetris, so it's like a
nice.
Tetris that rocks.
Cool.
So that's pretty
Oh.
cool. We got Farkle. We've got a giant Jenga. We're gonna do live music out here.
Oh, cool.
Yes. Yep.
See, so this place isn't just like a sandwich place. It's also giving you that restaurant feel, but it's giving you that fast, fresh service.
Yes.
which is awesome.
Yep, we always tell people we're not a restaurant, we're a venue. So
Uh-huh.
come watch us perform, whether that's behind the line, behind the bar, coming seeing one of our shows. We do lots of live music. So
Cool.
yes.
So when is going to? Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. What day and what date is gonna be the band that plays?
So-
or when you're gonna have music that plays? Gosh dang it, Jesus, gibberish today.
We do a lot of different times and dates. They're always on our Facebook page.
Okay.
The next one that we have coming up, I believe we've got Joshua Sinclair, I think, on
he's so good,
Thursday
yes.
for our happy hour music.
Yes.
So we do Thursday happy hour music from 5 to 7.
Okay.
And then we also do Sunday music from 10 a.m. to noon. This Sunday is our huge 420 event. So that is going to be
cool.
Hell yeah.
massive. I can give you tons of details on that.
That'd be awesome.
So we have Dustin Farrow, and he's going to be performing for our 420 event.
Okay.
Anybody that wants to come out for that, we've got a kids Easter egg hunt, an adult Easter egg hunt. The Easter egg hunt for adults is stacked for prizes. We've got $200 tattoo sessions.
Oh my god.
We have
Wow.
we have a 45-minute chai sugar body scrub massage.
Okay.
All kinds of Cheba Hut swag. I believe car wash gift cards, all kinds of stuff.
Cool.
Cool.
We're having a ranch chugging contest, which is something that
That's disgusting.
It is a full cup, like a full Cheba Hut cup of ranch.
Oh my god.
We do make our ranch in house, if that matters to anybody.
So it's like good, but
it's-
like not
it's
a
the
whole
good
fucking
ranch.
cup full.
But yeah, it's like the cup that Mike has, like the full size, like Cheba
No.
Hut. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
do you have puke buckets for after that?
Oh,
I'm sure we're gonna have trash cans available.
Whose fucking idea was that?
It is actually Cheba corporate. They
Really?
Yes, they have
Oh
done
my
it since the
God.
company started for 420.
That's funny.
I remember there used to be a location in Iowa City, and back in like 2008 when I went, and they used to do it. So it's been around for a while.
Oh
It's
my
like a signature
gosh.
Cheba Hut thing.
Wow.
We're having a couple rolling contests. So how many oregano, because we're not in a legal state, how many oregano joints can you roll in 2 minutes? We also are having a contest for the fattest oregano joint using one rolling paper. And I believe the neatest joint as
Dude,
well.
hell
Nice.
yeah.
So,
That's so sick.
Yep, and we're gonna have live music that day, the whole 9 yards. So
Yeah, it's like Pour Wars, but Cheba style.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's sick. We should definitely see if we can do it. That's on 420.
yep, on 420 from
So-
noon to 4.
By the time
Nice.
this episode comes out, it'll probably be after 420, I would assume.
All right.
So we might have to do. I won't be here because you guys know I'll be on tour.
He's going on tour.
But if we did something here too, that'd be super cool for
Yeah.
like content day. I'm saying that because you guys will have to do it, and I am.
Nobody cares.
It was like a little quick follow-up video or like picture of the ranch winner.
They're covered in ranch.
Just all
I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
And
I
then
won't be
I'm not-
entering in any
I
of
know
that.
I will
But
not.
it would be fun to watch.
Well,
Yeah.
somebody has to do it.
What?
It looked at you like,
kidding.
no.
Chugging ranch
Mike.
from that cup.
No. I'm not from Ohio.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But it's
Oh
homemade.
my gosh.
I don't know. I don't, that's like a I can see a little kid trying to do that because you know how like little kids like they like to eat the cheese out of the cup or like eat the ketchup
Yeah.
out of the cup of the ramekin, but to as an adult to drink a full cup of a Cheba Hut
I feel
main
like it's
cup.
gonna have to be a competitive eater or somebody.
Oh.
Like
Yeah, I
don't
can't
know who
imagine more
else.
than like 2 fucking people in the.
How would you like how
wanting
do-
to do that?
or like someone that's highly in love with ranch and puts it on everything and like will literally lick the whole cup.
Which
I just
yeah.
don't. That's a lot. That's a lot, and it's thick.
It's time to ranch it up.
That sounds like a really cool event. I hope no one gets sick, and I hope you guys have a really good
Yeah,
time.
sounds
I hope it's going to be a really nice event
I'm
for you
hoping
guys,
it's
especially for the
busy,
weather.
but not busy enough where I can't jump out from
Oh,
behind the
right.
bar
Yeah.
to watch ranch
Yeah.
chugging.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
I want to watch that.
Are you guys going to have anyone taking videos of the day and things like
Oh
that?
yes,
Cool,
yep,
cool.
tons and tons. All of our employees, that's a blackout date for us, so we will all be here.
Okay.
All of us will get lots of breaks, so we'll be out taking pictures and interacting with everybody and enjoying the vibes as well. So
Fantastic. I love
Yeah.
that.
Should we go to douche of the week?
Okay, so just we've already kind of like talked about this for a second, but you were like, honestly, okay, I'll just say it
Yeah.
for you because you came up to me and you were like, oh man, like the only thing I don't know if I have ready is douche of the week. Like everybody that comes in here is super cool.
we do. We have great customers here. Like I literally, since I
Yeah.
started in January, I have not had a single bad interaction here,
Good.
which is crazy. Like I've been bartending almost 9 years, and I have a lot of stories.
Yeah.
But not a single one come from Cheba Hut,
That's
so
amazing.
which is a good thing.
Right,
Like
absolutely.
nobody ever wants a horror story from their work, but when
Exactly.
they do,
Want to
come
tell
on.
us a story that was like a pet peeve of yours from like your previous bartending experience?
I think for me, the biggest thing is just people not understanding that service industry workers, we want to give you the service and we want you to be happy. Like the biggest thing for me, don't snap at your bartender or your
yeah.
server. Like we're not animals. Like we
Or
will
like shake your like empty
Yes.
glass or tap it.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's
Yes.
my glass.
Sorry.
it has a
Or
hole
you
in
know
it.
what my douche of the week is when somebody just grabs my glass.
my
No, I'm
God.
just
It's
kidding.
so empty. There's nothing to
I'm just kidding.
look at all that empty space in there.
No, you must have a hole in it.
There's
There's got to be a hole at the bottom. More room for PBR now.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a douche of the week. So
I'm sure you do.
Mine, I worked a lot this weekend and I don't regret a thing. I'll say that. But so basically it was, I don't know, it was a weeknight. It wasn't like busy. It was super slow all night. Our boss was in and he was just chilling out, hanging out with me. And like, sometimes when it's slow, like it'll just be me and him and we'll just like talk and shoot the shit, whatever. So it was one of those nights. And these two dudes walk in. They're already super drunk. I'm sitting on a chair. I'm not even behind the bar because there hadn't been a lot of people that had come in. And the dude starts like poking me in the chest and telling me what drink he wants to order. And I'm like, this is the tequila guy. The tequila guy.
Hell no.
So there's this guy that comes in and he orders a tequila Sprite or something like that. Never tips. He's just a needy ass customer. He's just a bad shit person in general. And so he comes in, pokes me in the chest, acting like he's like all my best friend. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Get like, in my head, I'm like, fuck you, dude. But then whatever. So I get him his drink. They start drinking and whatever. And then he goes, and then some time passes by, but he goes to the bathroom and our boss had like just right before they came in, like just like cleaned it out, like took the trash out, did like put new soap in, whatever, like did all that. So he goes into the bathroom and he comes out super drunk and he's like, dude, somebody pissed all over the bathroom.
It was him, wasn't it?
I literally looked at him and me and my boss looked at each other and we were like, I was like, didn't you just go in there and clean that place? And then I was like, he was like, yep, I sure did. And I was like, so you pissed in the bathroom just now and tried to blame it. And they were like, dude, he was like, dude, don't do me like that. And I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here right fucking now. Don't ever come back here. Like, and so yeah, that dude shouldn't be coming back. But if he does, he's not allowed in.
Good to know.
We
Thank
told
God.
him to his
Finally.
face like multiple times. He like pissed like all over the trash can,
Oh my
all
God.
over the sink, all over the floor. It was fucking disgusting. And I knew I didn't like that guy because he was a douchebag and the way he came in and like I dumped out his drinks immediately and made them pay for it too. And like was just like, fuck you guys. And so yeah, that was my douche of the week. I had another one, but that doesn't beat that one, that's for sure.
I just don't understand people that do that. Like,
That's not funny.
it's
not
not
funny.
funny.
And it's
And-
like, if you miss a little bit, I understand. Clean it up or whatever. But like, what the hell is that? What are you guys looking at? What is going on? I see my name in there. I saw my name as
Michael,
soon as he
I
came
have
down.
no idea what those words mean. I know those words all separately.
What?
I don't know what that. I can't picture that.
I can't
don't know
read
what that
upside
is.
down.
I can read upside down.
What does it say?
I don't know what's happening. This is how
That's
this
okay.
usually
It's
goes.
all
Just so you know.
This is
Yeah.
why you need to be
What
on.
does it say? What does it say? Stop doing that.
I can't help it. It is about you.
Yeah,
so
I know. It says as Jaydn. I saw that.
I can't mimic you,
What are
though.
you fucking spell checking it? What are you doing?
No, I just wanted to put in parentheses. I think my douche of the week is when people go to a restaurant and they bring their kids, like people that are 20 years old, right? They don't have their IDs on them. They're not quite 21 yet, and they are there with their parents. And it's a restaurant bar, and then they have someone go up to the bar and order drinks for them.
Yeah.
And
you're
like,
old enough.
it's like you're not even old enough. You just had your IDs checked. I just told you that you can't drink here. I'm like, you're even lucky that you guys get to be in a restaurant with a bar or whatever. Like, I know that you're with your parents, but just because you're accompanied by your parent does not mean you can drink here at this establishment. And it's just super frustrating when you tell someone, again, like, I get it, you want to be 21, you want to drink in a bar or whatever, but like, don't have someone else order for you, because now that person, I'm gonna have to scold them and kick you guys out now. Like, there's not gonna be any patience for it. Like,
Well, and we can get in big trouble for that.
Oh,
happening.
for sure.
So being
And-
the bartender and allowing that to happen.
yeah,
It's very irresponsible on the
yeah,
parents' part.
yeah, and I
think it is legal in some states though.
It
It is.
in
It is
other
in,
states.
in like Wisconsin and things like that. They can like be accompanied by a parent and drink in the bar, but like that's not here. This is
Correct.
Iowa. This is the rules. I like my job. I love my career. I love the place that I work at and things like that. But yeah, that's just the one thing that I don't like, is that like, oh well, I'm here with my parent. I don't care. Like, you're gonna have your parent literally order you a drink so you can drink, but yet you guys don't care about this establishment and the owner of this place, or like the employees that need this job to pay for their bills. That's just so asinine.
I just found this out. I literally Googled it. Okay, so in many states, a minor can drink with parental consent in a private residence or on private property, but this generally doesn't extend to restaurants or bars. However, some states, like Wisconsin, allow underage drinking in restaurants and taverns if accompanied by a parent or legal guardian of legal drinking age. So states with specific exceptions for restaurants is Wisconsin, allows underage drinking in restaurants, in Iowa, while generally prohibiting underage drinking. Iowa has a family exception for private residences supervised by parents.
So it's like if you rent out a venue and it's a private event, that's acceptable.
No.
Okay,
It's
so
a
but it's
private
just at your
residence.
house. So just at their
Yeah.
house.
Private residence.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But that's
they know
crazy.
better. They know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I
Yes.
did not know that.
Yeah, in
out
Wisconsin. Yep.
public.
I knew Wisconsin was, but I did not know that Iowa, you could legally drink in your house.
Yep.
If your parents let you.
Yep.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are the only two states it brings up. So
Okay.
some other states have similar exceptions for private property, but the specific rules regarding public venues like restaurants can vary. So, anyways, crazy.
What is your douche of the week, Haley?
My douche of the week is when your tour fanny pack doesn't fit on your tour pants right before you go on tour.
Wait, what? Sorry, I missed all of that.
She
I
Wait,
hope
my
this is an
tour
inside
pants-
joke that I don't know about.
Wait, what? Is
My
this
douche
the
of the
dumb shit
week.
that he wrote? Okay, what is it? Do it again.
When your
sorry.
fucking tour fanny pack doesn't fit on your tour pants right before you go on tour.
I don't even have a fanny pack. I gave you your fanny pack back. I don't understand what that means.
I don't know what it means either.
I'm just telling you.
But I have more fanny packs if you need to borrow this.
I might actually need one now. And it better fucking fit.
We're
Michael,
gonna
I
get any
don't
of
forgive
this
you for
on
this.
audio whatsoever.
Yeah, you gotta check audio, dude. It's coming through pretty bad.
Should I not continue?
No,
Should I wait?
it's fine.
No, you should continue now.
That
so
whole
then-
interaction was just like
Wind. It was wind.
It just sounds like we got hit with a fucking windstorm of some
God.
sort.
God.
No, but
Yeah.
my real douche of the week is when people are like heavy on the liquor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you want
Like,
a double?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're
I'm
gonna
like,
pay for the double.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I
So you
have
want a
charged
double.
people
Yeah.
for a double without even clarifying, but I think it should just be like us bartenders know that heavy on the liquor means a double, and you
Yeah.
fucking charge them for
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've thought about just like playing dumb, and I'm like, well, that's what that means to us. So
I'm gonna start. I think I've gotten to the point now where I'm so tired of people like expecting free drinks, or if expecting like when they say, "Well, I can't drink alone. I have to have a drink with you," that they're paying for my shot. I'm just to that point now where I'm just gonna start charging it every
Yeah.
fucking time.
Yep.
Because I'm so tired of them being like. Just like, oh, well, how much are the shots? And I'm like, well, you bought mine too. Like, you made that very clear. Like, I didn't say I wanted the shot. You said you wanted me to drink with you. So that's your shot. Like,
Right,
I
that's
don't know.
not coming out of my pocket.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not.
I'm just so tired of that being like an expectation. And like, I've seen this before too, where it's like, especially like newer bartenders, like when older bartenders come in and stuff like that, they'll like have the idea that they have to give them these people like free drinks, or if they're in the industry, free drinks and stuff like that. And that's just not the case. You just don't have to do that for anybody ever unless they're the owner and they tell you to do that.
If you're in the industry, we should all respect each other enough not to do that. Like,
Right, and not
as
expect
a
that.
bartender, I expect to pay for my drinks and I
Right.
expect
Yeah.
to tip well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just, I think that's just so annoying to me.
I don't know. Sometimes when people ask me for a double and I know that they don't want to pay for a double, I'll put like a little, make their drink originally, but I'll put a little bit in the straw so it tastes, they get that ultimate like taste of like vodka, Jameson or whatever. So then they think it's a double, but they're just paying for a
do
single.
you guys have a discount for a double, or is it just like a double charge?
No, it's a double charge.
Yeah, same here. And like, people act like it's like it should be discounted. I'm like,
Oh,
it's
hell
2 shots.
no.
Like,
yeah.
We have a discount, so
Yeah.
ours
Yeah.
is slightly discounted. It's not much, but it is slightly discounted. And I don't really run into that because we use jiggers for every
Yep.
pour here. It is a corporate mandate that every bartender use a jigger. So if you want more liquor, you're gonna pay for a double automatically.
I
Yeah.
like using shot glasses in front of people though too.
Yes.
Like I
Yeah.
make their drink originally and then they ask me for a double. I'm like, here's your extra shot that you wanted. You can pour it in your drink when you want it. You can ask me for more like water or like Pepsi or whatever. But like sometimes when they don't think that they get a double, I want them to know that they have a shot in their drink already and here's your extra shot and you can pour it in there once you make room for
That's
your other
smart.
shot.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but it's obnoxious because like you have to go this extra step for people to actually understand that there is a double in
Right.
there.
Everybody got used to the COVID pour.
Yeah.
Like when we were all
Making
locked
their own
up
drinks.
for COVID,
Yeah.
and we were all making our own drinks, and we were all pouring heavy at
Yeah.
home, and there weren't bartenders, and we were our own bartenders. Everybody got used to the COVID pour, so now they have a drink, and they're like, "There's no alcohol in this." No, there's not 5 ounces of liquor in
Right.
there.
Yes.
There's a
Yeah.
difference.
Yes, I already have a heavy pour. Like,
Yeah.
don't want any extra. I know you don't.
I just don't want to like if there's certain people that come in and they're ordering like just a Jameson and they always tip me $10 every time, like yeah, sure, I'll give them like a little splash extra or whatever. But like yeah, I don't know, especially if it's people that I know are just like shitbags. I'm like, if anything, I'm gonna probably like under pour it
Yup.
because I'm gonna be like, fuck you guys. Like I don't know.
Well, and like we've talked about this before, the illusion of the glass.
Yes.
I have shot glasses, and then I have these small shot glasses. I finally got rid of them because we got more of the same size of the shot glasses. And someone was like, "Oh, well, why is that shot glass bigger and this other shot glass is short?"
No, people
I told you I was gonna get you back, dude.
Oh, this was a good
You
one.
talk,
though.
it's not though. You talk about it all the fucking time.
This
dude.
one? No, we're actually talking about it and how we have to charge for double because people don't like the fact that like a different glass looks different from the other and they want to
Yeah.
complain and think that you're getting less. You're not. You're
Yeah.
not getting less from anyone. It's literally just the illusion of the glass.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
little bit at the bottom, that little
Yeah.
extra glass at the bottom. People are like, "Oh, that's a smaller." No,
Right.
it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's just the illusion of the glass. And again, like it just sucks because Again, you're gonna pay for a double. You're gonna pay for my shot when you say that you want me to drink with you, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Like, you came out and you want to drink with someone. You're paying for me and you and your imaginary friend in the back. I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, I had so many people this weekend just like order drinks and just leave them.
Yeah.
Like they'd order like 10, 12 shots and
Yeah.
leave 2 of them at the bar and then go like out on the patio to go smoke and just leave it there for the whole time, and then they come back to the same spot and I'm like, okay, do I take this drink? Do I just leave it there? Whatever. Like, I don't know.
I leave it there for a while, but sometimes if another customer comes up, they're like, whose is this? I'm like,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. They fucking left it there an
If
hour ago. And I'm like, you can take it if
Yeah.
you want to risk it.
Definitely.
Dude,
I'm not taking it.
I dump them all. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I don't know who put what in there
Yeah.
or dust or whatever's floating around. Like, if
Right.
it sits more than 10 minutes, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah,
you missed out.
I just never know. I never know if they're gonna come back for it, especially if it's like big groups, or if you have like multiple big groups come in. You know, I feel like it's easy to like lose track of your drink wherever you put it or whatever. But I just feel like, I don't know. I just don't want to like, because I never know whose it is. You know, it's like it just shows up out of nowhere. At some point, like it's not they're not necessarily like sitting at a spot on the bar. They're like standing in front of the bar, and then they're like rotating around and dancing and whatever. So you never know whose it is. And then
Yeah,
it's just
see,
like,
I don't know. It's like
In
a
those
woman thing to
situations.
not like let
Such
go
a
of your
truth.
fucking drink.
Yeah.
It's always
Oh,
like
yeah.
dudes who leave their drinks around, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you're insane. I take my drink to the bathroom.
I mean,
true.
yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
If I set my drink down, it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
touching it again.
If you leave it somewhere, you don't go back and get it. Yeah.
Never.
I take my drink to the bathroom anywhere I'm at, always. Even if it's a porta potty, I'm still taking my drink out there. I'm just saying.
At that point, I'd finish it. I wouldn't end up in the porta potty.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a pet peeve I have though when I go into like bar bathrooms and there's nowhere to set my drink or my phone or anything,
Oh,
and there's
yeah.
no hooks or anything, and it's just like on my naked lap.
Right.
Like,
don't
God damn it, because I don't want you to do drugs on the things.
I've never had that. Well, I've never put anything on my naked lap in a porta potty, but like,
not a porta potty, but where else are you gonna put it? I'm not setting that shit down on the fucking floor.
well, I've definitely had it where like, and when I'm doing shows and stuff, and I'll like have a beer and I'll have my camera in my hand, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like hold my camera in my arm, but also still hold my beer, and then like also try to like
Go to the bathroom.
take my pants off. So yeah, exactly. And then you're just like you're like leaning against the wall to like.
God, all over this porta potty?
Well, yeah.
You're sure you weren't the one in the bathroom?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh gosh. Well,
Oh man.
Is there any
on
other?
to the Patreon.
Yeah, I think so. Are we? What time are we at now? Yeah, that was a little bit ago. What? 50. Do we? So we still have poor report, but we have. It's just a spam text message from
Wait, I
Mike.
don't. Yeah,
that
he
Mike
makes no
got.
sense.
Okay, yeah, let's just fucking end it.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, what was poor report again?
The
What
poor
were we
report
doing?
is just where we like read comments and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I will say was that there was okay, this can be like our little poor report, but one of the other bars that works around us downtown is they got comments or reviews that were like they were talking about how well, first of all, it was like 90% of it was a lie on the review, which I think is like kind of annoying. But they were also saying how like for mixed drinks, they were saying like, oh, they water down their drinks on purpose. But then the guy that was like bartending that night was like talking about that review, and he was saying how like he was like, well, the person I know like said that I put too much ice in the drink initially, so they were like, oh, I want less ice, and so then they had like more mixer in their drink. So it's just like another one of those. That's a shitty poor report because we don't even have an actual fucking the review for it. But like just the idea that somebody would like ask for something a special way and then review the place negatively because it didn't taste the way that they wanted. In my opinion, that's just like they're just being naive. They just
Yeah,
don't
that's
actually
silly.
know how to like order drinks
Order
at the
their drink,
bar.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do people think that no ice or light ice means more liquor?
Right.
Thank you.
I
It just
don't know.
doesn't.
No
I
matter
don't
where
know.
you
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, or
especially
tall.
Yeah,
Even.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, people think doubles and talls are the same thing, and I'm like, so do
No.
you want a double tall or a single tall? And they're
Right.
like, how it comes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how it comes is however you want it. So just let me know.
yeah.
Yeah, correct. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just so tired of people just expecting free shit at the bar, and
Yeah.
so just because they're in the industry or just because of whatever, and
Yeah.
like
It's a big like barista thing too. It's like people
Yeah.
ask for less ice. I'm like, I'm not fucking saying that.
Right, yeah.
Like I am not ordering your drink like that for you. That
Yeah.
does not mean more drink. Then there's gonna be a gap at the top
yeah,
because
however
you're
I get
supposed to
my
fill up ice to a certain spot.
I
Yeah.
get anxiety asking for no ice in my coffee.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just get a spoon and scoop it out
Yeah.
myself.
Right.
Like,
I feel like
No.
any of the coffees that I order are going to be complicated enough that I don't even want to change anything to it because I don't want it to be difficult for whoever's making it.
Are you a bougie coffee person?
No, not at all. No, I barely drink coffee, honestly. But like, when I do, I'll like spoil myself and I'll get like the
What's your coffee
Cookie
order?
Crunch Frappuccino from Starbucks or whatever. What is it? The one that has the little chocolate chip bits in it. That's so fucking good. It doesn't even have coffee in it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like,
Is
Some
it a frappe?
milkshake.
yeah, yeah. It's a chocolate chip
Frappuccino.
frappe. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, that's your
Anyways.
binky. All right.
What the fuck?
My binky's on the run. We gotta end this shit
No
now.
context. All right, let's go.
Binky.
Have you seen those where it's like it's usually like a bar thing. It's like when you're at the bar but you're mad at your friend and you're still hitting your vape and you're like,
Oh my god.
have you seen those? All right, fuck it, whatever, dude.
All right, anyways.
Thanks.
Wait,
No.
okay, wait, yeah, wait. Make sure you stop in a Cheba Hut. Come get some toasted subs. They don't sell any weed here, but they sell great sandwiches. And what's the socials for Cheba Hut?
So right now I think we're just running on a Facebook page.
Okay.
So it is the Cheba Hut Johnston fam page. It's the unofficial page. We don't have an official page, so it is the unofficial page, but we put all of our events on there, our music on there, all kinds of 420 details. We'll be doing employee spotlights soon and things like that, so that way the public can get to know our staff.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
I love that.
I love the classic, like again, not like affiliating with smoking weed, but the classic like unofficial official page, you know, like it's an underground, nobody knows about it official show that everybody will be
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, we're officially unofficial.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. You guys are right on brand. It's perfect. It's perfect. So yeah, make sure you come to Cheba Hut. Follow Cheba Hut. Follow the unofficial official page on Facebook, Cheba Hut Johnston.
Yes.
And also make sure you follow Poor People on everything: Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you can find your podcasts, and YouTube, especially. And we're gonna get into our Patreon, so make sure you follow us on Patreon as well. It's only $5 a month for exclusive extra content and an extra episode every week. And make sure you use Pour20 at checkout for tipsycup.com.
Oh, okay.
Do I have to do all this shit myself?
Yeah, you're doing
Or is
great.
this-
You're
Keep
doing
it rolling.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, just use Tipsy Cup. It's a pregame hangover powder that you can use code POUR20 and get 20% off at checkout. It's amazing. We love it. It's we love them as a sponsor. They
Yeah.
really help us in our alcoholism. That's
Cheers.
a terrible way to put it. Fuck it. Whatever. All right. I'm
Thank
fucking
you.
cold,
All
dude.
right.
For richer, for poor. Thanks for watching Poor People.
Aw.